Urban Studies it's such an interesting program because it's so diverse. You can sort of take it wherever you want to. I am the Senior Strategic Planner for the Pierce County Parks Department.
I am a Director of Community Development for Forterra Northwest.
I am a Geographic Information Systems Analyst.
And my current position is a Civil Engineer 1 at the City of Seattle with Seattle Public Utilities.
My job ranges from the logistics of building parks to revenues and finance to working closely with the community, which is great. I go out and meet with neighborhood associations and community groups to learn more about what they're looking for. I also work with elected officials. I work with the county council. We have a parks advisory board. My job really runs the gamut. There's a huge diversity of people that I get to work with, which I really enjoy.
I get excited to get up and go to work every day knowing that I get to make a difference. It's my job to make sure that the roads aren't flooded, that everyone has clean drinking water, and knowing that people are going to have those quality services is just a privilege of my own to know that I get to handle that type of situation.
Nerd stuff. No, basically I analyze data in a spatial way, and almost all data is spatial. My job and the rest of the researchers that I work with are focused on the holistic health of the Puget Sound region. Every day we work to try to further the science that will inform policy that will help us make better choices ecologically and in the urban sphere around the Puget Sound.
I really wanted to look at how society works, how communities work, and looking at the end of the day, what I found my calling to be is near-term solutions to the racial wealth gap. I work on Hilltop, right? I know I'm walking in big footsteps, but the idea of what folks had to do, I understand more because of the work that I got to lay down here. Understanding these lessons and catching the different types of skills that people have used over the years, and it's all ours. We get to use it. It's all part of this library, all part of this kind of toolkit that we get to use for our modern day problems. Because if you didn't know, we still got problems, y'all.
What I learned in urban studies and the way that it taught me how to think about the world around me has allowed me to think even more outside the box.
I think that people sort of go through the world not having as strong an understanding of sort of why things are the way they are. We looked at everything from social programs to politics to the built environment, and I really appreciated that broad perspective, and I think it gives me a good perspective in how to better serve my community.
As a Geographic Information Systems Analyst, I learned all of the technical things that I needed to know going through both my bachelor's, my certificate, and my master's program. In addition to that, one of the main things I'm doing in my current job is developing a land cover change model to project land use in the far future. And coming from my urban studies background, it gives me a little bit of a leg up, a little bit of insight into some of the intricacies that go into that model that someone coming from a non-urban studies background may not have.
Having a GIS cert along with an urban studies degree is gold. That is one of the main ways to get someone to look at you for an interview or just to open up your variety of jobs.
Now with urban studies, I would say one thing, we have this breadth of what you can do with it. All these different sectors you can go into. You can have a job and a life that is centered on your actual passion. Your passion can turn into your career.